13.
I don't love my jobs, but sometimes I just wish the holidays could last a few days longer.
Yeah, you and everybody else.
Christmas was over so fast.
Well, we're just going to have to do something about that.
Mm-hmm. What did you have in mind?
Well, I don't know about extending Christmas, but I know how to make every day a holiday.
I am not quitting work.
Nobody's asking you to do that. All I'm asking you to do is quit being single. Let's get married right away.
But it's already several days after Christmas, and you promised me. You don't have any choice? Well, what about me? Well, I guess I'll just have to wait then. I'll call you back. Good morning. You sleep well?
Fine. Who's that?
Would you like some coffee?
Yes, please. Who was on the phone?
I'll be right back.
I remember that one-point landing of yours. It was absolutely perfect. Except you were upside down, weren't you?
I might have been, but as I recall, you didn't look so regal yourself, my love. In fact, your face was buried under 3 feet of snow.
Well, I think it was one of the more memorable moments in the Chilean Andes.
See, this trip is going to be nothing but memorable moments.
Our second honeymoon.
No. This is going to be the real honeymoon we never had.
Oh, Grant, I can't wait.
Oh, gracious me, the way you two are bubbling over like two school kids. You've got to be talking about your trip, right?
It's going to be wonderful.
Yes, thanks to Edward and Lila.
Yes, and her marvelous, magical piggy bank. I feel like a kid getting off school because of the snow.
Well, on that happy note, I will go to work. See, some of us are not like school kids.
What is it, Grant?
It's a mailgram. It's from the Office of Professional Medical Conduct.
What do they want?
They've moved up the date of my hearing.
To when?
To early next week.
It's good. You'll get it over with that day.
Yeah. Yeah, this time next week I'll know whether I have a future or not.
Do you believe this weather? How it can be this cold and still rain. I suppose it's for the best, though. If this was snow, we'd be looking at 2 to 3 feet piled up out there. I mean, it's fine if you're a skier, but what about the rest of us? So, mate, are you a cold weather type or, like me, a sun lover? You want to be left alone, just say. I'm not a man to horn in on a bloke's privacy. I was only making harmless conversation.
You're wasting your breath.
I was beginning to think that myself.
You can talk to him all you like, but he won't respond. That gentleman hasn't said a word in 8 years.
But I have to get to work. I'll see you both.
Okay. Come on, let's go sit down.
You know, Celia, I'd almost forgotten about this. Somehow the prospect of spending a weekend with you in the Adirondacks had taken it right out of my mind.
Grant, we'll get through this.
Yeah. Yeah, after they've stripped me of my license to practice medicine.
Well, whatever the results of the hearing are, you'll still have your job with Brian, and you can't ask for any more rewarding work than that.
If I get to keep that.
Why shouldn't you?
I think we better be realistic. One of the major reasons that Brian wanted me in the first place was because I was a doctor. I wasn't practicing, but I was still a doctor.
A good one.
Yeah. I guess I was just hoping that if the board cleared me and I was allowed to keep my license, that I might be allocated a decent salary. Something that we could live on. I can't spend the rest of my life living off of my wife.
You won't.
You know something I don't?
I know that the medical profession can't afford to lose a doctor like you.
I'm not so sure that the board will agree with you. suppose we'll find out next week. You know, this is all so strange.
How do you mean?
I mean that I was raised to be so disciplined. I've had the work ethic drilled into me from such an early age. I never, ever envisioned myself unemployed, and yet here I am out of work and with no idea what to do about it.
Sometimes I forget how very little I know about you.
I never forget, Celia. I try not to think about it, but it's always there. And now, once again, my past has come back to haunt me.
We'll face it together.
Darling, you are literally the last thing I have left. I've cut everything and everyone associated with my birthplace out of my life. For what? You know, I really felt that I could make a change in this country, that I had a future here. And now it looks like that's going to be taken away, too.
No, you don't know that.
No. I don't know it. But so far, everything I've expected has turned out differently. Maybe I'll get lucky this time.
Grant, you know what I think?
What?
I think that if you look for the worst, you're going to get it.
I'll remember that.
Don't anticipate trouble, Grant. Everything could turn out just fine.
You going somewhere?
Yes, I promised Jimmy Lee that I'd stop by the office today. We're picking out colors for the paint.
Oh, well, have fun.
You gonna be all right?
I'm gonna be fine.
I'd like to stay, but I really have to get upstairs, change, and get over to Yale Q.
Don't make excuses. I don't need them. I understand. You get upstairs and change.
Okay.
I'll see you later.
Bye.
Who were you talking to on the phone?
When?
Just before you ducked into the kitchen to get me some coffee.
Still on that?
I'm still on it, as long as you're not answering it.
I'm not answering it.
Ah, what do you call it then?
Don't tell me you're jealous.
Why shouldn't I be jealous? I mean, here I am, married to a very lovely, desirable woman.
True.
But then again, I mean, ours is a marriage made in heaven. I mean, the perfect match. I can't imagine you ever wanting anybody else but me.
You're absolutely right. I don't.
All right, so we've ruled out lovers on the phone. Now, that leaves us
You know,
with
speaking of perfect matches, I wonder where Luke and Laura are now.
Well, wherever they are, I'll bet it's not dull. You snuck out of that one, didn't you?
Well, they do have a certain knack of stirring up things.
Part of the magic.
You miss him, don't you?
Yeah. We'd only just gotten back together again, and he takes off on some other crazy adventure.
Do you wish you were going with him?
No. I'm where I want to be right now, and I'm with the person I want to be with.
So am I.
You know, isn't it amazing how everything worked out for the best? I mean, nobody got hurt. Luke and Laura got what they wanted, and poor Charles gets another great mare.
Do you think they'll come back?
I would imagine so. We may even be here when they do.
What do you mean? Is the wanderlust catching?
Only if you're with me. Speaking of wandering, I ought to get over to the mayor's office. He wants a meeting with his commissioners to sort out this new administration.
But isn't it pretty much the same as before, with one notable exception?
Yeah, it should be a short meeting. It's the former deputy mayor as the new mayor introducing himself to his staff.
You owe it to the mayor.
No? How do you figure that?
Well, look at it this way. Luke didn't manage to marry us, and his first official act is mayor. Least we could do is pass the opportunity on to Lee.
I'm sure Lee has other things on his mind.
Well, maybe, but I tell you, we can't deprive the poor guy
Oh,
of this
well,
big
when you
chance.
put it that way.
We're going to tie the knot?
Well, not today. I'm on duty.
That's okay. I can wait till next week. But no more.
What's the hurry?
Just pick a day, any day, but make it soon. Now,
I
what do you say?
I thought you were kidding.
Oh, no, I've never been more serious in my life.
Well, what brought this on so suddenly?
Well, part of it was the, thinking over Christmas, how great the holidays would be with our own family. I mean, we are missing out on a lot, Rusty. But next Christmas is going to be different.
Brock,
It's going to be different. What?
there's something that I have to talk to you about.
Oh? Well, shoot.
It's about us.
Well, I would hope so. I didn't think you were going to talk about the laundry list. Now, come on, what's up?
You know I love you very much, don't you?
Well, I would hope so. You are going to marry me, aren't you?
That I am.
You mean it?
Let's do it. Okay, but right now I have to get to work.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Or should I say, the future Mrs. Brock.
So, I thought I'd drop by and just see what it felt like to visit you in your office now.
Mrs. Mayor, what do you think?
On you, it looks good.
Well, we'll see after I wear it for a few weeks, huh? Had a chance to drop into the mayor's mansion now that it's our official residence?
Oh, darling, it is so gorgeous. I can't wait to move in.
Well, what's stopping us?
Well, I just don't know when I'm going to find the time. Lee, my schedule at the hospital is absolutely brutal. And
Come in.
Good morning, Mayor and Mrs. Baldwin.
Oh, don't you love the sound of that?
I could kind of get used to that, yeah.
So what's all this?
Oh, just some paperwork for you to look over and sign.
I'll get right on it.
Good, because there'll be more before you know it. Oh, Mrs. Baldwin, I didn't want to disturb you over the holidays, but a lot of mail and messages came in for you.
Oh, really?
Yes. The First Lady is in almost as much demand as the mayor.
Oh, well, I knew there were going to be some responsibilities, but I just kind of thought, they'd be kind of ceremonial. How am I going to do all of this?
Laura found it a full-time job, honey.
And then some.
I certainly can't give up the medical profession.
Well, you're going to be a very busy person.
Well, I'll just have to work it out somehow, I guess.
You'll manage. Any mayors in? Hey, Robert, come on in.
Robert, hi.
Gail, getting used to your husband's new office?
Yes, and I'm beginning to worry about all these new responsibilities, and I have a whole lot of old responsibilities at the hospital waiting for me. I've got to run, darling. I will talk to you later,
All right.
Mr. Mayor. Goodbye, Robert.
Love.
Hi, Georgia.
Hi, Bobbie.
Anything going on I should know about?
No, no problem. It's been an easy morning.
That's a first.
Ah, Georgia, Bobbie, I'd like you to meet Carla Escobar.
Oh, hi.
Carla's here for therapy.
Oh, is this the first session?
Yeah, I'd like her to meet a therapist, and I also would like to set up a regular appointment schedule. Now, here's the program that she's on, and it's all drawn out.
Who did it?
Her doctor.
Oh, anybody I know?
Well, she's been to several doctors.
Any orthopedics?
Alan Quartermain had a look at her.
Okay, why don't we have Dr. DiPietro take a look at her? You can't start a therapy session until you've been seen by an orthopedics man.
I've already been seen. My doctor is Dr. Grant.
Carla, let me handle this. Now, one of the doctors here is going to have to take a look at you.
Dr. Quartermain already did. Doesn't he count for anything?
Carla, we need for you to see a special bone doctor.
Well, I'm up to here with doctors.
It's very important. You want to be sure to have the right kind of therapy, don't you?
I don't know. This is getting real old.
Listen, now remember what the mayor told you. Now, I remember hearing about that.
Yeah,
Look, I'm going to be with you from start to finish. All the way.
I will too.
Gotta do it, huh?
If you want to run.
Wouldn't be here if I didn't.
Then let Nurse Spencer and the doctor examine you.
All right.
Okay, I'll see if Dr. DiPietro can see you right away.
Thanks, Bobbie.
You set?
You coming with us?
From start to finish.
Oh, yes. Brian, the phone for you.
You go along with Nurse Spencer. I'll be along in 1 minute. Hello? Yes. I'm sorry. We have a bad connection. Yes, this is Brian Phillips. What? Good God. Yes, I'll tell her. George, ask Bobbie to look after Carla for me, will you? I have to go home to Claudia.
Yes, of course. Is something wrong?
There was an accident in Western Canada. Her parents were killed.
Oh, no. Oh, Brian, I'm so sorry.
I don't know how I'm going to tell her. She's going to be devastated.
Yes, yes, you go home to Claudia. And don't worry about Carla. She'll be fine.
Thank you.
Ron,
Ollie,
what are you doing here?
I live here, don't I?
I thought you'd be out working with Brian. I was expecting to find Celia at home.
No, I'm afraid you missed on both counts. I have a patient that Brian took down to General Hospital today, and I'm not exactly welcome there. And Celia is off on her decorating job.
I thought I'd surprise her and take her out to lunch.
Good. Well, you might try ELQ. You might be able to catch her there.
Well, I wouldn't want to disturb her.
No, it wouldn't disturb her at all. In fact, I think that a lunch with an old friend might be just perfect for her. It would give her a chance to take her mind off our problems.
You sure it's okay?
I am positive it's okay. Celia would be delighted to have you drop in.
Well, I will then. What about you? How are you?
I'm hanging in there.
You still having a hard time of it?
It all depends on what happens in that hearing next week. I don't really know. If I lose my license, I don't know what I'll do.
Well, I think that about sums up the priorities of the police department.
Well, I appreciate your showing me this report, Robert.
Well, I figured you'd want to see it before the council meeting started. That's why I got here early. Also, I wanted to express my personal congratulations.
About what? I backed into this job.
Who cares? As far as I'm concerned, you're going to make Port Charles a damn good mayor.
Well, I thank you. Coming from you, Robert, that is welcome encouragement.
Well, sincerely, I think you know that.
It's funny. Some things do work out for the best sometimes, eh?
Certainly has in this case.
Well, I mean, who'd guess that we would run a mayoral race and nobody'd lose?
Couldn't have turned out better. I mean, everybody got what they wanted. Everybody's where they want to be.
Where's Brian? He said he'd be here with me. I'm sure he'll be along shortly. I'm gonna go get him. You're not going anywhere. Dr. DiPietro will be here any minute. I don't want to see no doctor I don't know. He's a fine doctor, and he's a very nice man. Don't worry about it. You'll like him. What do you know?
Excuse me, Bobbie, but you're needed at the desk.
I'll be right there.
Thanks.
I'll be right back.
Oh, hello, Miss Escobar. What seems to be the trouble?
You tell me.
Oh, well, I hope I can, but first you have to tell me what's bothering you.
It's my leg.
Oh, what's wrong with it?
How should I know? You're the doctor.
Well, if you can't tell me the problem, there's not much I can do to help you, is there?
Guess not.
Let me just take a look here. Would you open?
Don't you put your mitts on me.
Oh, come on.
Get away! I want my own doctor. I'm going to scream.
Please, Miss Escobar.
I'm going to scream.
Open.
Get away from me! Don't touch me! I don't want him touching me! Calm down. All right, calm down. I want my own doctor. This man is not going to touch me. The doctor is trying to examine you. I don't care. Get him away! All right, it's all right. I don't trust him. What is going on in here? I just don't want anybody to see me. I want my own doctor.
Excited all of a sudden.
Listen,
I don't know.
take it easy.
No.
Take it easy. Take it easy. I'm Dr. Baldwin. Now, can I help you?
I want to see my own doctor.
What is she talking
That's all.
Who?
I don't trust him.
No, Brian.
He doesn't know anything about my leg, and he doesn't care.
Maybe he can help. Alan?
I just want to see my own doctor.
Familiar face. I'll go and get Alan. Hang on.
Can you just
I'll get
leave me
Alan. All right,
alone?
calm down.
Maybe we should sedate her.
Sedate me?
Carla.
Forget it. All right, we're going to look for your doctor.
Carla,
Please.
Carla, calm down. I'm Alan Quarterman. You remember I took you down to X-rays?
Yeah, back off. Leave me alone.
Listen. What do you want to do? Just tell me. You want to go home?
No. I want to stay here. I don't want to go anywhere till I see my own doctor. That's all I want.
Hold the
I just want to see my own doctor.
I
I don't want anybody to see me. No, don't touch me.
Well, then let's get her, doctor.
Leave me alone.
Who is her doctor?
Putnam. I want to see Dr. Grant Putnam.
What do you think of number 394 here?
I think that's very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, so do I.
I mean about you. I didn't realize you were colorblind.
Now, wait a second. If I was good at this, you'd be out of a job.
Yeah, well, I'm safe.
Well, fine. Then you pick it out yourself.
Ow.
You better stop meeting like this. For the sake of both our skulls. What? Are you all right? You all right?
Yeah. Holly?
Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt. I just thought you might like to go out for lunch. I thought you might need cheering up.
You go right ahead. I got another appointment.
Well, this is a nice surprise, Holly. Where did you want to go to lunch?
Maybe we should make it some other time.
What's that supposed to mean?
Haven't you got enough problems without getting involved with him again?
What are you talking about?
I have eyes, Celia.
Holly, if it was any of your business, which it isn't, I'm not involved with Jimmy Lee, not in the slightest.
Well, it looked that way to me.
Well, then I won't have to bother to explain what you thought you saw.
It doesn't matter what I thought. You should be saving your explanations for your husband.
Jimmy Lee and I were just working together, Holly.
Couldn't you have found a job someplace else? Why do you have to go straight to Jimmy Lee?
Oh, there have been so many offers. People are just breaking down doors to hire the wife of an ex-spy.
You could have found something.
I did. I found a job right here. I like this job. It pays reasonably well, and I enjoy doing it.
So I noticed.
I need this job, Holly, not only for the money, but for my sanity.
Oh, is that why you call it preserving your sanity? Well, I call it stupid. I just hope this man is worth it.
Get out!
Celia, listen to me. I didn't mean to...
Yes, you did. You said exactly what you meant. Now just get out.
Here you go. Dig in. What's up with him?
I don't know. He's been so quiet. Oh, dear. The rain has turned to snow.
So?
Number 402 always gets upset when it snows. He's been that way ever since he arrived. He refuses to speak, so we've never been able to figure out why it bothers him so. But whenever it snows, the poor man has a fit.